Hey guys, and welcome back to Down on Movies. I'm Chase, and
I'm Caitlin.
and we're here. We just got out of seeing the Hunger Games MockingJay Part 2 that came out today, and obviously midnight release yesterday. So basically, this movie was the final chapter and encounter of the Katniss Everdeen story, with her trying to get after President Snow and take over the Capitol, and we all know that story. But basically, anything you want to say? Because you read the books, I haven't read the books. Because we don't want to spoil this one because it was. I guess first we'll say if we liked it or not. So, because I'm trying to find a way to mix this up without spoiling anything. So okay, I really liked it because I hadn't read the books. You read the books. Mm-hmm. So based off that,
I read all the books. I thought they did pretty good with most of them. I don't remember a whole lot of Mockingjay. Like I remember bits and pieces, and some of the big stuff I remembered that happened, but there were a couple things at the end that I didn't remember, and I'm not sure if they added to it or if all of it was just in the book and I just don't remember. But I thought it was good. I thought they did a good, portrayal of the book for the most part. But I really liked the way the book ended, and there was an extra scene added on at the end, and I don't approve. That's all I have to say.
I would have never known the difference because again,
whoever knows what I'm talking about, comment and let me know what you think about that.
Yeah, I would say, but overall, it's like with this series, it's like I know when the first one came out, a lot of people, not trying to hate on like Twilight fans or anything like that, but a lot of people said the movie versions of them didn't do the books very much justice, and with the Hunger Games, I remember people being very happy with how the movies have turned out, and I think with this one, it was very strong finish, and it was very, because it's like, what you need to do, if you watch this one on its own, this one has a complex where it's like, I bet you there's going to be some people that are like, oh, it just went straight into it, and things are happening, and they didn't have a lot of story. Well, it's like, you need to watch Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 together, and it's like one long, gigantic movie that would kind of make it that perfect ending, you know what I mean? So I think with this one, it made sense to have two, because then it's like it makes you appreciate the story of it, because this one is a lot going on. Like as soon as it starts, they do not hesitate to have stuff going on.
Pretty much it is one big story. That's why they have part 1 and 2. In the second part, they just go right into it because they're continuing on from number 1. And I really enjoyed the way they left off and they picked up right back where they left off. That's not. Yeah, I don't think it wasn't that matters for spoilers.
No, and
you watch part 1, it just starts right back where they left off.
Yeah, and
so
no, that helps because it's not like days later, or I guess they kind of, because it's her healing, so I guess it's set right after the first one, but it's like they kind of
but they don't just start and ignore the problem that was going on
with like PETA and stuff like that.
They just kind of address it right away. Yeah. So I really liked that.
I think they handled people's casualties very well. They handled things very well. They didn't just kind of hush over anybody. Even side characters, they introduced new people in this, and they kind of gave everybody their time to shine. It's like, it sucks when people die in movies and stuff where it's like something, we talked about this, was like something just blows up and then everyone's gone. You're like, who the hell was in that explosion? And you find out kind of when they calm down a little bit. It's like they made you feel everybody who dies in this movie, and it's very sad, and I'm not going to spoil anything. Again, it's a book, and I told her it's a book, so can't spoil too much, but for people who, like me, have not read the book, I don't want to spoil too much for you. And I think they handled something to address Philip Seymour Hoffman very well. I know his character was supposed to have a lot more to do in this last one. I think he was supposed to be in it a lot more. But I think, again, if you watch part 1 and part 2 together, Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it a good amount, and I think they handled, because like the first half of the movie is stuff that he had already filmed, so he'd already filmed that stuff. And he was only in a few scenes.
They did handle it really well the way they
added him kind of to the last 30 minutes.
Added him in and had to change some parts.
And work around
it. Out with him not being there. I think they did well with that.
Yeah, and I think it's even more depressing because he's really gone, and stuff. But he did very well for what he did in this movie. I think his character because to think about it, he's been in from the second one on. He's been in these for 3 years, so that's just crazy to think about. But overall, very, very well done. The acting was actually really, really good, and they did a good job making you care for everybody. It's like there's not one person you really didn't care for except for like Snow and stuff, obviously. But you feel for everybody, and you're attached to everybody. And I told her, it's like the character I like the most wasn't even the main person, you know what I mean? And she teases me for it because, my favorite person is Finnick, and it's like... no homo, but my favorite. I have a man crush on Finnick, like extremo. But no, but I mean, like he wasn't. That just shows you how good, because like you can have favorite characters, and it not have to be Katniss or, you know, Peeta or Gale. It's like you can have all these people you care about, and it sucks watching them kind of have to deal with this together because it's a war, you know. So kind of like with Harry Potter, you know, it's like, you know, you didn't just care about Harry Potter and Hermione, the main core. You cared about everybody,
and it's
so
really sad when all hell breaks loose and
things happen.
Slowly being picked off.
Basically. But thank you guys so much for watching our review of the Hunger Games Part 2.
What did you rate it?
As a final movie and as a movie as itself, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was pretty solid. You know, I think I agree with you about how it ended. Mm-hmm. Like not how the whole fight ended, but the last scene. Mm-hmm. It didn't feel like it needed to be there. You know, I don't think it needed to be there, and I think there's little things that could have been a little better. But overall, I cared about the movie. It was awesome. I'm really sad, and I think everyone's gonna love it. So 8 out of 10 for me. You think?
I would say a 9 out of 10.
I was
really happy with how the whole movie went. I thought they did a pretty fair job with going on with the book. The acting was good. It looked really good. It was probably one of the best movies I've seen this year. I liked it a lot. So.
It was really, really good. And it came out in November, so it didn't have to go against Star Wars coming up. So they were smart on that.
But
so it can make
been in November. I think that they just planned it that way. Every year a new one comes out.
But this way it can still make $1 billion and then not have to be very, very sad because it went up against Star Wars opening weekend. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. And if you saw MockingJay Part 2, let us know what you thought about it down below. And any final words?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.